Alright guys, trout opener is this weekend for stream trout in Minnesota. So today I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks on how I usually catch them and what I use for stream trout compared to winter trout. Though they're pretty similar, but let's get into it. First of all, one thing that everyone that fishes stream use is Rooster Tail or inline spinner. That's what it's also called. The size and the color that I really like and recommend is this Rooster Tail 1/8 size, a white one. If the stream you're fishing is really shallow or smaller, you can downgrade to like a 1/16 ounce. Or if it's a bigger stream, deeper and bigger, you can go throw a 1/4. I like the orange color, a fire tiger, and the yellow, but white never fails. So I really recommend the white color. 1/8 ounce is really good. I think it's universal for any stream, but depends on how deep it is. But I say 1/8 to start off. Another option you have is the best way I fish is just finesse. So what you do is got some hooks and some sinkers, and then you just put it on the line, and you could use whatever bait you want. We'll go over bait in a bit here, but for the hook sizes, I recommend a size 6, because trout, they're really finesse fish. They like to eat pretty small hooks, so you can get inside their mouth. I recommend a size 6, or if you want to upgrade a little bit, a size 4. I prefer the bait holder hooks because if you're using a salmon egg, it holds on it better compared to these hooks without the bait keeper. And the split shot size, I really recommend a size 7. All you needed to do is just to drift down the stream. You don't need a heavy weight because it's going to get stuck. And the trout, they're really finesse. So they want you to throw a lighter weight, just let it drift with the current, and then they hit it. So for if you're going to run this setup, so here's an example for the setup. Right here, you see this little split shot right here, and then the hook down here. And what you do is you have a pretty good amount leader. I'll say like at least a foot or so, or let's say 8 inches, and then let it drift. You throw it, let the sinker do its job, and then the bait will be floating. Some of the bait option that you have is worms and power bait, and salmon egg if you have that. But what I recommend for worms is red worms, these tiny worms, not the big night crawlers, because trout, they're really picky, so they don't want to eat that big night crawler. What I usually do to these little red worms, I hook it right in the middle. I can put 2 of them on the hook, let it drift, so it's like a creature falling down, and the trout will hit it. If you put a single, they're not going to be as attracted to it as you put like 2 or 3, and then the trout see it, they will hit it. If you don't use the worms, you can always go with the good old power bait. Some of the colors I really like is green, pink, and a mixture of pink and orange. This is called the sherbet color. The pink one just straight says pink, and the green one is the spring green. These 3 colors will get you your limit if there's a lot of trout, but they will obviously bite for sure if you use these 3. And one of the most crucial things for stream trout fishing that you need to have is this: polarized sunglasses. You need it to see the trout, because the trout, they blend in really well in the stream. So if you don't have polarized sunglasses, you won't be able to see them, and you will always pass up on those fish that are just hiding right under the current or within those trees that you won't be able to see. Let me show you guys some of the rods I will be using tomorrow. Alright guys, we're going to talk about rod and reel choices that you should use. For rod wise, believe it or not, I like really short rod like this guy here. I think it's only it's a 38-inch rod only. And what I use it on is the Rooster Tail, because it has the stiff flex, so it's good for throwing and setting the hook on these trout. Believe it or not, I use ice fishing rods for stream trout, because the stream I go to is in Farmington. It's pretty small, so I'm able to cast across the other side. So ice fishing rod for the win. And what I have it on is my tungsten, gold tungsten head, and a pink stinger. And for this other one I have, if I were to go to a long rod, I would go anything that's not I'll say 5 feet 5 and below. You don't want to go higher unless you're in a space with a lot of space, because most likely you're going to be in crowded tight areas and you need shorter rods to do all the work for you. So what I have here is the 13 rod Ambition, the 4 feet 6 right here, medium action right here, set up with the hook and sinker. And okay, let's just keep going. Did I talk about sunglasses yet?
No. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to talk about. And for line choices that I use for here, I prefer a 4-pound line. So some of the lines that I use are the P line, fluorocarbon right here, and some Trilene 4-pound ice. I recommended you to use fluorocarbon because it sinks faster in the water, because you're fishing not top water, you're fishing in the middle column or on the bottom. So use fluorocarbon 4-pound line. But if you're catching big fish, I'll say 6-pound, but I wouldn't go 8. I'll say 4 to 6 pound would be good range. If you want a good fight, you can go to 2-pound or 3-pound, but 4-pound is the sweet spot. 4-pound line and a size 1000 reel or 2000. Shouldn't go 2500. It's too big for panfish. Another option you have is plastics. Some example of the plastics that I use are this green stinger right here, and one of my favorite is right here is the hot pink bubblegum KBO stinger, Kimbrough lure stinger. And we also have some beetle bug here as well. The purple one works great for me that I've used in the past. And another fly to add on is this that I'm trying out this year, the tungsten little fly nymph looking one. This should work good on those finicky trouts. Okay, another option you have for bait wise is right here, some egg. There's many types, small jars, the tiny ones, or these big ones. I personally prefer these big ones so I can see it float down the stream in the clear water. These work really well for me, but if you use the small one, it works just as great. But I like to see it. Okay. Good luck to everybody out there this weekend for Minnesota Stream Trout Opener. Make sure to have your sunglasses. It might be raining, but there might be some sun. This sunglasses will come into play. And as usual, if you're not going to catch fish on the spinner, you're going to catch fish on the worm or power bait. So make sure to have some worm as backup. If you're like a hardcore fisherman who just likes to reel fast with the Rooster Tails, make sure to have some worm as your backup. But yeah, hopefully you guys learned something from this video. Hopefully you guys can pack some things before the opener and buy some stuff. But let me know in the comment below what worked for you guys over the weekend at opener. Also, if you see me out there, say what's up. I will be down in Farmington fishing Vermilion. So catch you guys out there. Thanks for tuning in.